Today we are looking at another theme park exclusive, but not just any theme park exclusive. This one comes all the way from Universal Studios in Osaka, Japan, and this is a very interesting piece, as today we are looking at Shin Ghidorah. Now, for those of you who might not know, what the heck is Shin Ghidorah? Well, back in 2016, when... Actually, no, I take that back. I think it was 2017 when Shin Godzilla came out. There was a big cross promotion with a lot of Evangelion stuff, considering the filmmakers behind Shin Godzilla were Hideaki Anno and Shinji Higuchi. Anno being most famously known as the creator of Neon Genesis Evangelion. So, as part of this cross promotion, there was a 3D ride. A ride is kind of a loose term. It was a bit of a motion ride, but it was at Universal Studios Japan, which is located in Osaka, and essentially is the Eva units being dispatched to take on Shin Godzilla, and you are part of I think it's a helicopter or something, just observing the battle and watching the Eva units take on Shin Godzilla. Well, halfway through the whole show, Ghidorah appears and takes on Godzilla and the units, and this is what we got out of it, which is aptly named Shin Ghidorah, considering that is part of the Shin universe, if you will. So this big boy only exists in that ride. That ride footage has not really been made public. There are bootlegs of it online that are kind of janky because it is a 3D motion ride, so you can kind of make out what's going on, but at the same time you can't. There is clear footage of it out there. Just snippets of Shin Ghidorah in general. But as part of the attraction, there was a lot of tie-in merchandise while this promotion was going on. The ride, I believe, lasted there about 4 to 5 months. So in that time window, if you went to Universal Studios, you could pick up a bunch of Godzilla vs. Evangelion stuff, which included a popcorn bucket of Mechagodzilla in Unit 1's colors, which was very cool. But the big thing was Bandai produced this Ghidorah figure that was sold exclusively at the park. Now, there is another ride Ghidorah, and that one is from the Seiyubin theme park in Japan, which is another Godzilla motion ride. That one done by Takashi Yamazaki. So what sets these two apart is that ride at Seiyubin is permanent. This one was not. This was a limited time thing. So Bandai went out of their way to produce a Ghidorah figure of this very unique design. So unique I can't even fit it in. Let me see if I can just pull back here just a smidgen. So this is Shin Ghidorah, and you might be looking at him, he's like, wow, kind of wonky. Well, that's because he's quasi-based off the original concept art of Ghidorah, as you can see right here. So he moves like a snake in the attraction, like he's very wavy, and his gravity beam powers are greatly amplified. So let me get the tag out of the way there. So as you can see how he stands, like he has a very snakish body. Essentially, it looks like he's just kind of got two hands that he's crawling on. Very, very Greek mythology-esque, if you will. So, like I said, this figure was exclusive to the park. I got it on eBay, like a lot of people, and this has become one of the more rare figures. Now, he's still out there. You can still find him, but the price has gone up tremendously on him because Bandai has never reissued this guy. And it's kind of shocking considering this day and age, Bandai is pretty much reusing molds left and right. So it's probably a rights issue with something with the ride and everything. But that said, a very impressive figure. He's gold as gold can be. Pink color is very similar to that of the Crustaceous King Ghidorah. Same style too. He's about 6.5 inches, but tail length, he's about maybe 7-8 inches from head to tail. So he is basically the least posable Bandai figure you will ever meet. His legs are the only things that move, as you can see. But beyond that, it's still a pretty cool thing. Now, let me give you a better look at his head. Let me get that in there. There we go. So you can see the unique design of this Ghidorah. He still has his mane and the spikes, if you will. So there is the middle head. There's the other head. So there is a lot of detailing in this figure, even though it is essentially one giant solid piece. Now, solid by the fact it doesn't move, but you can see where it has been glued at the tail, and the tail segments have also been glued on as well. His tail has this very unique kind of horn, where the heck this thing is. And the wings do not move at all, but they have this pattern all the way through. Like, if you run your hand across this, there is so much detailing in this molding. It's insane. So I love this thing to death. Because I've been moving, I've had to downgrade, but this is one of those few Bandai figures that I'm like, no, because if I sell this guy, I ain't getting it back anytime soon. I know that a lot of collectors missed out on it, and to be fair, when he did come onto the market, I bought him off eBay back 2017, 2018. He was not cheap. I paid $90 for this, and I believe that the retail on him at the park was close to $50 in general. So that markup, makes a lot of sense. And that was on the cheaper end. I saw him going for as much as 120 bucks. So let me show you the tag that he comes with. So this is the Godzilla vs. Evangelion tie-in. Now there is a pachinko machine out with that same name right now, but this is for the ride. Now the inside doesn't really have much to show, and really nothing on the back, just other than Godzilla's footprint. So, and there you go. Okay, so here's the price tag on him. Never you notice this thing. So he's 4,500 yen. So he's about 45 bucks Japanese. So at that time, probably a lot closer with the exchange rate. Now this would be about $39 figure, 38. But still not exactly the cheapest, considering that a couple of years ago these were going for about 20,000 yen, if that, in this series. So this is an odd footnote in Godzilla history, and one of the more unique figures that Bandai ever put out. That's, not including the weird zipline figure that they have still, which you can buy at the Awaji Park. If you look back at my video there, you'll see a couple of them in there. But Shin Ghidorah, though, remains a cornerstone of interesting figures made by Godzilla, especially considering that he has kind of come and gone. Well, there you have it. That is my review of the Universal Studios Japan exclusive Bandai Shin Ghidorah. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called The Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to download, well, we are on all of your favorite streaming sites, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you find better podcasts. We're also on social media. We're on X. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. If you want to reach out, say hi, keep up with all the late-breaking news in the world of Kaiju, that is the place to go. And with that will wrap up this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.